We are killing that killer called procrastination today. Hey, it's me again, your YouTube Gist partner. You know how I do it? I like to talk about anything and everything that makes us better people. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been so much fun. Ask those who joined in. So I encourage you to join us as well. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Now, in the previous videos, we already talked about why people tend to procrastinate, even though they know that nothing good is going to come out of it. And we also saw how far reaching and very dangerous procrastination is. We are going to kick that habit out of our lives, so don't go anywhere. So, what are the most effective ways to overcome procrastination? By now, I expect that you already know what makes you procrastinate. If you do not know, please go back to the very first video in this playlist called About Procrastination. See it to the end and come right back. Now, let's get kicking. There are many strategies that can be very effective for overcoming procrastination, but of course, you only need the one that relates to you. So, approach number one is that you need to outline what needs to get done and write their deadlines beside them. It will help if you write them beginning from the one that needs to be completed earliest. In one word, prioritize. If you have three things to do and one is due tomorrow, the other in 2 days, and the other in a week, outlining them in that order already tells you which one should get more attention than the others. Let's say you have 5 hours dedicated to work every day. You can decide to use all 5 hours to clear the task that is due tomorrow, or give 3 hours into it, then 1 hour each to do something about the other two. It helps greatly to know what you have to do and when each should be completed. It kind of gets your thoughts really organized and focused. Taking the time to organize your space and prioritize your tasks can help reduce stress and increase productivity. Scripture says, "Which of you wants to build a house and will not first sit down and count the cost?" So, sit down and first analyze what you need to get the job done. Approach number two, break your tasks down into smaller steps. Sometimes when you look at the overall number of things you need to do before you achieve that success, it looks large and overwhelming sometimes. And this can quite intimidate you and lead to procrastination. But breaking them down into smaller, more manageable, and easily doable steps can make them feel less daunting and easier to tackle. You can use the first things first approach in breaking down your tasks. You want to try a new recipe you just saw? I guess the very first thing to do, obviously, is to make a list of everything you need and ensure you have them all on the table. It will be weird to jump into the kitchen and start cooking only to realize midway that you didn't have all the key ingredients. So, whether the task is bulky or not, it always helps to break it into smaller tasks and then take them one at a time. Just ensure you are constantly doing something, constantly solving something related to the overall project. The third approach is to set specific, achievable goals. Just like we said in the second approach, break tasks that look too big into smaller steps. And while you're at it, make sure you don't overdo yourself and set unrealistic goals you won't be able to meet up with. Or else you go right back to procrastinating and there's no point. Set specific, achievable, and surmountable goals, no matter how small. Doing that can help you get focused and motivated. At least you get to go to bed satisfied that you achieved that plan you had today. And you'll be more motivated to take another one tomorrow. So remember, it's important to make sure that the goals are achievable, even if it's a little progress. Just make sure you're moving. Strategy number 4, use a timer or schedule. You see, scheduling time for work on a task or using a timer to break up work into intervals can be effective for staying on track and avoiding distractions. And you even get more work done in a decided amount of time. Remember approach number 1? Outline your tasks and their expected time of completion. After doing that, the next effective plan is to allocate reasonable amount of time for each task daily. If you have 5 tasks you need to complete and you have 5 working hours daily, give each task a specified amount of time, depending on how much work and time is required to get the job done. Okay? Listen, if you truly want to effectively work, one of the most used applications on your mobile phone should be your calendar and clock. Yes. Set all of your schedules there and make use of your alarm clock to stay on track, both on what you should be doing per time and for how long you should be doing it. Thankfully, all mobile phones have alarm systems for that purpose. Plan number 5, practice self compassion. Don't keep lamenting and beating yourself up for tasks you postponed in the past. It can make the problem worse. Forgive yourself and let them go, no matter how big what you have lost might be. And guess what? Everyone procrastinates from time to time. Everyone has something they're regretting. So let go of that feeling of guilt and shame and move forward. The most important thing is that you ensure that beginning from now, you don't do it often, or else it becomes a habit, and we don't want that. Be kind, forgive yourself for the past, and move on productively. Strategy number 6, use positive talk. Negative self talk can contribute to procrastination. Avoid saying things like, I am never going to be able to get this done, or I can't possibly handle this, or I don't have what it takes to do this. Saying such things will only dampen your mood, kill whatever creativity your mind could have engaged, and give you more reasons to keep pushing those tasks away. Do not look or talk down on yourself, or else nothing will stop others from looking down on you and your work. And it won't be because you really weren't good enough. No, no one will celebrate you more than you celebrate yourself. So you set the pace for how people treat you and your work. Instead, say things like, I can do this. I've done this before. This is a piece of cake. Come what may, I am getting through this. Using positive talks can help to build confidence and motivation, and this greatly affects your outcome for good. A great way to look and think positively about yourself and your work is to find out and believe what God says about you. God says you are wonderfully and fearfully made. He says the works of your hands are blessed and that you are blessed in yourself and wherever you find yourself. So don't believe anything else, darling. You are wonderful. Step 7, find an accountability partner. Some people can get things done once they decide to do it, with little or no supervision. And truthfully, there are not many people like that. The majority of people practically have to have someone breathing down their necks before they can put their best in completing a task. If you're one of the many in this category, then you need to get someone you respect and listen to, and who is also willing and can make time for you to help monitor you get through the tasks you need to get done. Having someone to hold you accountable can be helpful in overcoming procrastination. This can be a friend, a family member, or even a professional coach. They keep you on your toes, and you just know that I better get this done before he or she calls or comes around to check. Who can you rely on? Think about it and get in touch with the person soon. And step 8 on overcoming procrastination, get rid of the distraction. Okay? Put your phones away. Log out of your social media platforms. Because sometimes you really want to work. Okay? Maybe you're even already working, and then a pop-up on your phone, a notification, and then you pick your phone to just look at something or what came in, and you end up spending hours that you would have put into your work on your mobile phone, in the internet, on social media. Whatever poses a distraction to you needs to be done away with. Sometimes you need to get away from the TV, you need to get away from the newspapers, you need to get away from whatever. You need to intentionally put away the distractions. This means that some things shouldn't be in the place where you do your work. For instance, your phone might need to be banned from your work table. Maybe you need to get that TV out. Maybe you need to remove those magazines from out of your office, okay? But whatever comes as a distraction to you should not be allowed once you begin your work. Listen, friend, the most effective ways to overcome procrastination actually depends on you. We've been on this journey of discovering ways to kick procrastination out of our lives, but now it's all up to you. I really encourage you to take the strategies we've talked about seriously so you can boost your life's productivity by fully maximizing your time and opportunities. I look forward to hearing great news from you about how applying any of these methods or strategies helped change your life. And don't forget, it gets all too easy with Jesus in your life. He can help you through any of those steps and more if you give him the chance. There's a short video that will guide you to inviting Jesus into your life. Please click on the link in the description box right now to learn about how to connect with Jesus. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for staying with me through the series on procrastination. I'll see you in the next video. Now you can subscribe in case you forgot to and turn on the notification bell. Go ahead, comment, like, and share this video as well to as many that need to hear it. The last video in this series are great quotes you don't want to miss. I promise you. Stay blessed.